before. All the people who disagree with the closing of our only live music and community venue that we had in the area, Flyover, Portobello, which was also in on the green, put your hands up in the air.
So I think we really should get to those refreshments.
All right, no refreshments here.
The conversation stops.
No refreshments here. We're in the desert right now, yeah, so it's like you have to walk in our shoes for a few minutes, yeah? Right? I know it's uncomfortable, but that's what it's like for us. I think also that we'd like Angela to answer a few more of these questions than just hands down.
Yes.
Can I just have one question?
I'd just like to go back to how you managed to remove the flyover to replace it with an art gallery.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, we all know if I had a business and I wanted to get rid of my tenant, I might well offer them a 3-month lease, because I know no business can work on a 3-month lease. And that's exactly what you guys did. And now you've given your mates a 5-year lease. Yeah? You've replaced, you've stolen from our part of the community to feed the people who really have much more options.
Yeah.
Right? Now, how do you feel about that, what you've done?
I think someone else does. So you said you've been here.
You've been here 2 months, so maybe someone else.
So you're doing very well, but someone else should answer.
Flyover was quite difficult because we had 3 different occupants of the same space. So we had a flyover, we had a social enterprise that was running the cafe, and we had the sports and fitness business running another part of the demise. And it was becoming very challenging for the sole team and the trust to run that space with 3 different occupants. And they were all on different leases. There were different leases ending at different points, and we were trying to create a situation where all of the leases would be coterminous. So we talked to Huey and his team to say, could you just hold over for 3 months as we seek to conclude the other tenancy that's in the space, and then we'll bring the total space together. We then understood from Huey that 3 months was challenging, that I heard from my team that we were driven of staff, in that area was difficult. Then we brought it back to the property committee to talk about it again. And on that basis,
What day was that?
and we then came back to the flyover and said that we would be willing to offer a 12-month lease on the space. But at that point, you need to notice that it was your intention to step away from the lease.
So more or less that is more or less the story. We weren't told the reasons for the 3-month lease. We explained to the Westway Trust why that didn't work. We wanted to expand and build the business. We couldn't employ new staff based on that. My wife was having our 3rd baby. She had our 3rd baby. She was about to go back to work. I had to look after my newborn son. Explained all of this. It went back, and then the response came back, no, sorry, we can't change it. I made it clear that if they couldn't change it, I would have to give them my notice on the space. And then so we gave them a notice on the space. There's all leading up to Christmas. There's a very tight time frame for when things can happen. Angela was aware of all this. And then literally just before Christmas, the decision was changed, which meant that there was no way that we could go. We'd already basically had people lined up for the job, to take over a job, to run the space for us, a more professional management structure. We had to go back to everyone and say, sorry, the job's not available. We had interviews lined up, the interviews were going to happen that week, the week that we found out that we were only going to get 3 months leave. We cancelled the interviews. We went back to people and said, so there was no way we could go back to people and say that just before Christmas, it just didn't work. There was no way it was going to work. And then that's okay, so we're done, that's fine, we're done. 3 months lease. He did offer us a year, but it was too late. But then an opportunity came later along where you got offered a space on a 3 to 5 year lease for someone to take over the space completely. We put in a very strong, let me finish what I'm saying, please. We put an extremely strong proposal with all different sections of the community. People were, no one's really listening. I know you're listening. I don't think you're listening. Okay. People were investing money in the space, like high-profile artists investing in the space. Someone's giving us a grand piano, loads of equipment. really strong proposal. The only difference between that I can see between what West Bank were providing and what we were providing is they were going to provide 20 grand a year more money. And we said we wouldn't provide that money. If we made a profit, we would give you that money. So I can't understand how you made that decision. There's more I can go on and stuff, but it's what I'm trying.
Can I just add a little bit to what my son just said? Basically, we've been working in the arts in the area for 40 years. And we've done a lot of work here, and I was treated very badly. That's why I got so emotional with you earlier on. Because I was treated very badly with Belgium. Very, very badly. The carnival, I mean, the first thing we wanted to do was stage in the carnival. Roger built a platform 18 inches high to provide music for an international event. And then the second year when we put the stage there, it was meant to turn up to give us power. It didn't turn up. We had to find alternative power. So basically, there's been a history of what the disrespect means. And but I mean, it's a trust. I say Roger specifically because that's the face I saw. But I worked in the Acton Hall, and I was promoting shows in there all the time, and building it up as a venue. At the time, I was actually renting an office from the trust and renting the Acton Hall. In reality, the trust would be paying me a wage to do that work. And then, final humiliation is that Roger sold the venue to Vince Powell for £1 and left me stranded. He was just born, and I was unemployed. So that's another part of the story. But the carnival is very central to the story. Nottingham Carnival, because Roger has never, the trust has never seen the carnival as the international event that it actually is. When we first got the Flyover, I went in there, and the building was in a terrible state. And we reorganized the space, totally reorganized the space, made the space more valuable. We added value, we added serious value to that space. And for me personally, to be humiliated in that way a second time is unbearable. It really is unbearable. And
Sorry, the other point I wanted to make as well was the reasons that were given for why we didn't get this space was around the financial viability of our proposals and the lack of financial track record, whereas we've been running the space for 3 years and we've already got something already. There's no reason for it. We've had a track record, we've run it perfectly fine. What was the other reason? There was something around the fact that they were uncomfortable because it was a black-led art space, and that was, when we said that, let me finish, please stop talking back to it. We said black-led meaning it was myself and a lot of people who were young black people, young 37 now, young black people running the space. It didn't mean it wasn't open to all sections of the community, but the response, what the message we got from Stephen and Louise, who we had a meeting with, was, we weren't comfortable with the black-led art space. Because does that mean it's black people, it's something scary about that? That's another reason we're doing it.
Could I just add something to that also? Angela, 2 weeks before we learned of the decision for the Flyover, I had a conversation with somebody in the community, and they told me that they were already made a decision to hand over the West Bank Gallery, the Flyover Portobello was the West Bank Gallery, right? Is it true that I had a discussion with you about this in a cafe that's now closed at Portobello Road? Do you remember that conversation we had?
I do recall.
Okay. Well, what I actually said to you at the time, I told you about that, didn't I? That I'd heard from reliable sources in the community that even though there was 2 weeks to go in the decision on our proposal, that it had already been decided to give to West Bank Gallery, and basically the reason given was because it was a late proposal. Now, could you explain to me, even if it was just an amazing guess or feat on my part, how did I know all of those things 2 weeks before the decision, and actually we had a conversation, even though you said it wasn't the case, it came to pass. And also what came to pass was actually the reason that was given because we were late. Could you explain that?